What's up, y'all? Today we are in the Chickasaw National Recreation Area, which is one of our great American National Park Service administered areas deep in southern Oklahoma, south central Oklahoma, really. There are a billion waterfalls, and that's a accurate number too, billion. I counted them. A whole lot of waterfalls, a whole lot of natural springs in this area, and we're going to explore all of those today and do a lot of long exposure. We got a great overcast sky, so it's going to be perfect for doing some long exposure on all the little waterfalls and cascades and such. So we're going to get after it. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of beautiful photo opportunities today. This Chickasaw National Wildlife Refuge was one of America's very first national parks. It was the Platt National Park until it was incorporated with the Chickasaw National Wilderness Area, and became a parks administered wilderness area, and not technically a national park, but still within the National Parks Administration. This is Travertine Creek, or perhaps it's Travertine. Perhaps I should have looked that up. Coming down, and this is right between the Antelope Springs, or Antelope, as we've discussed in previous podcasts, and Buffalo Springs. And y'all, it's really beautiful out here. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so this is Little Niagara. Very pequeño. Very little. And there's not a lot of water flow right now. It is really beautiful though. And this is a great nature hike. Absolutely. I got, I think, a pretty good long exposure to this guy here. So anyway, I'm about to work my way on down. There's a whole lot more. We're about to take off down through the Platt Historic District, which is the original national park. Most of the trails so far, all of the trails have been just like this. Very wide, crushed stone, super smooth. And honestly, I mean, it's very accessible. It may be, I could not find information that says it's ADA accessible, but I assure you, if I had a friend that was stricken to a wheelchair, we could more than make it happen. This is very pretty. This trail, you could easily make that happen. And it's also nice and quiet here. I mean, honestly, it's almost equal parts distance from Dallas and Oklahoma City, which they always come out in droves on the weekends. It is a nice, warm spring day, a little bit overcast, so it's not too hot, and it is not crazy busy here. There's some kids swimming in some of the swimming holes, which is really cool, but it's still, as accessible as it is, it's still very peaceful and quiet. Yeah, this is a really beautiful hike. For real, y'all, look at this. This is gorgeous. Okay, so we are now at Pavilion Springs. The entire town grew up around this spring here. People who came from all over for its healing waters, as all mineral springs were. It's nice and sulfury. It smells of rotten eggs. It tells you all about the mineral makeup right here. What I can tell you, more than anything, is that it is stinky. This pavilion is beautiful, though. This was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps. Or was it the WPA? I don't know. I need to check and be sure. It's one of the two. Yep. Oklahoma's first national park sprang up because of this spring and others like it, and somewhere within a couple of 100 yards of here, very close, was like a 3-story hotel back in 1898. It's pretty fascinating. Okay, so getting pretty close to wrapping up for today here in the Platt Historic District around Travertine Creek. We're going to check out the Lincoln Stone Arch Bridge here. It's 113 years old, and it was the first permanent structure built inside of Platt National Park when it was a national park. And I'm going to take lots and lots and lots of pictures of it. So anyway, let's take a look at it real quick. This thing, y'all, is very, very, very cool. This is going to be fun to get some pictures of. I'm gonna have to go down there and get that orange bat. Some trash washed down the creek from somewhere. That is awesome. 113 years old this year in 2022. Wow. Dedicated February 12th, 1909. This is so cool, y'all. Here's a really, really nice vantage point of it. And also, it's just a beautiful place right here. Can't really see that waterfall as well from here. But it's time to see if we can get a cool picture of this guy. This is absolutely gorgeous. And I think we've maybe found our angle on getting a picture of this bridge as soon as I step out here. And I think there's going to be some long exposure happening right in that little situation right there too in just a moment. We shall see. Let's try out this little water feature first, see if we can get a picture of this. Yeah, I think we probably got a pretty good one right here. I think I only need to go over to that side to get a picture of the bridge with a little bit of water in front of it. And maybe we can wrap it up there. So this actually lays out to be a pretty damn good angle on this shot. So we're hoping that we've played everything up right here. Actually, I don't like that. Maybe too much. Try that. Yeah, that might just work. That might be a good shot. We shall see. Anyway, I figure that's a good backdrop to wrap this video up on. Surrounded by literally falling water everywhere. It's wonderful. I did a little over 7.5 miles of hiking today. 7.5 kilometers, so probably about 5 miles, 4.5 miles of hiking. In the Platt National Park, Oklahoma's first national park, which is no longer a national park, but a part of the Chickasaw National Wildlife Refuge, which is still National Parks administered. And I've talked to a ranger today, an interpreter, a park interpreter, and had a really good time. This is a beautiful, beautiful place to hike with super accessible trails, easy trails, but there are also much more moderate trails back along the way for mountain bikes and hiking, and there are several more miles and kilometers back there for you to traverse. Anyway, I hope that this video gave you all an idea of what you can get into out here in the Chickasaw National Wildlife Refuge, and I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please like and subscribe, and make sure and check out the podcast, Wayward Stories, anywhere you get podcasts. And we'll catch you guys in the next video or on the next podcast. Got one dropping in about 3 or 4 days now, so come check it out. Anyway, until next time, you guys be good to each other.